Ah, things are all too complicated. Um, I just realized my setup is not going to work. So, we can go from here. And I guess I get to use my mouse again at least. Let's see, I don't need this because camera. This. Yep, I get to use my mouse again. I'm having to adjust configuration on my device because modern laptops apparently only have two USB ports and then USB-C. I mean, I don't know if I'm just behind the technology or what. I don't see the point for me to switch everything to USB-C. I just don't see the point. Anyway, welcome to my video podcast where I'm going to work on this application and probably talk to myself. I won't pretend that I'm talking to to you guys like face to face. I'm just gonna talk to myself like I always do. I'm a very mumbly kind of guy. All right. So this is the thing that I was talking about. At this moment, I finally got all this set up. It's 12 in the morning. It is exactly midnight. Uh, we drove over to my mother-in-law's house, and while I was there, right before I got put in Facebook jail, which we can also discuss, but I made a post about oh, what was it? Oh, about this. Like I had an idea. I was like, oh well, let's do this. Like I'd sat down. I've been taking notes and jotting notes and cross-referencing things in Horus Heresy, right, for the last few days. Just like pouring through the book, taking notes on what I'm reading. You know, if we're going to talk about Horus Heresy, I mean we can, but that'll be maybe we'll do that later. All right, I'm gonna look at this program because I had the idea for this program when I realized that the amount of research I was doing to play this game was like starting to approach the same levels as the amount of research I have to do at work. And I do not want to do that. My job is a job. This is a job. So I had the idea. I mean, because I noticed that each army seems to have like a central focus, like certain units that it's supposed to build around. Um, but I realized that in these rules there are a lot of like special rules that have to line up, like special rules for uh, independent characters, special rules for Primarchs, who I've just discovered are not independent characters. Like, man, that's got some implications. Man, it's a nobody's want to hear me talk about Horus Heresy. I don't know. I mean, like if they're not independent characters, that means they can't join units. Now, I don't know if I already knew this and just forgot, but that's huge. Like it is its own essence and element, and it has like all the requirements of a Lord of War. It is not a Lord of War because it is literally its own thing, even separate from that. So anyway, I've been making a lot of discoveries. Um, I think I like the new edition. I will say that. Uh, I'm still talking about Horus Heresy. Oh my god. Man, I just never shut up. I mean, it's a thing I'm interested in. I started reading into it and I'm interested in it. I'm new to the game. This game. I have not played this edition yet. I only had like a playable army yesterday. So then I was like, okay, well, I built the model, so now let's start researching the factions. So the one that I keep hearing about is Iron Warriors. Okay, so I went looking into Iron Warriors and I found out that I was wrong about their Legion ability, which was like, I don't know where I read it. It might have been in some warlord trait or something, but it was like reduces Like whenever they take a shooting attack, it reduces the strength of the attack by 1. At least that's what I read, or I thought I read, but I have discovered that I was wrong. So it's not that. So the thing about these guys is that they really, really, really want a player to go spend like $360 on 3 models just to become the biggest asshole on the planet. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want to play Iron Warriors. Oh my god, it's so stupid. But it's like it's that situation. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and give this secret up. I'm gonna put this out there, okay? I mean, people might already know this. I don't know. I don't think they do, based on what I've heard. You know, because most people only own one or the other book. So they really, really, really want to use phosphex. like a lot of phosphex. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You remember phosphex was fucking horrifying in 1.0. You remember that, right? Like, it was a thing. Like, I tried it once. I was like, man, they can do this. I wonder if I should. Let's see what this does. And I played it against a guy, and it was his first game of Horus Heresy. Okay? First game. And he's got all these, like, blood angels and these rhinos. It's just infantry, right? And I've got, like, a fire line of phosphex quad launchers in the back. So we start playing. And he runs his rhinos up. And then disembarks his dudes. His first turn, mind you. There was some ability they had. But I said, you may not want to do that. And he was like, what? No, that's what I want to do. I'm like, I don't think that's what you want to do. He's like, no, I know what I'm doing. I have strategy. I'm like, okay. So he disembarks all his dudes in the middle of the field, just in a mass. And I'm sitting back there with 3 phosphex quad launchers. And I think at that point I had actually no, I didn't have it at that point. I hadn't bought a Leviathan at that point. So anyway, I think it was like heavy 3, right? I think I'd have to go back and look. I might be wrong. That might have just been me spamming it, because I definitely did. But yeah, he disembarks his dudes in the middle of the field, and my turn comes, and I lay waste to his army. Just fucking crawling fire, AP3. This shit was bananas, dude. Like, there was a whole army there, and these 3 guns just deleted them. They were gone. It's like, you remember phosphex, right? That's phosphex. You remember that, right? Okay. So, it's like that, but like way worse. Yo, they low key, man, they buffed phosphex. And there is one army that has a right of war that, like, forces you to take the dude who gives you phosphex and gives bonuses to the Legion Arcator Morbus Bombard, whose primary function is to shoot phosphex. You get bonuses to rapiers. Like, actually, I don't know if that's true. I might have been thinking of something else. But the whole point of this is, this army really, really, really wants you to buy those tanks. Okay, so first of all, phosphex, right? Okay, it's fucking phosphex. No, it's worse. Watch, you gotta watch this. Wow, this is a big old book. Grenade harness, that's the war gear. Yeah, weapons. Okay, so if you have not taken a close look at phosphex, let me share some things with you. And I'm going to read from right to left. Okay, so we're going to start with lingering death. Okay, I have not looked for that rule. I am assuming it does what it did in 1.0, which is turns the area to dangerous terrain. Okay, so that's something I'm still researching. I don't know what that does at this moment, but I'm fairly certain it turns it to dangerous terrain. Crawling fire. Now, what crawling fire does is, when your template scatters, right? Anywhere it lands, you can move it in any direction 2 inches as long as it would cover more guys than it already was. Okay? So, so you take that and you're like, okay, well, you got your phosphex, right? Well, check this out. With this rite of war, any of your artillery shots that come down, like where the shot lands, near one of your cataphracti, no, not cataphracti, near any one of your infantry units, any infantry unit, bam, right there. As long as it's within 12 inches of that, it only scatters 1d6. Okay? So, I gotta collect myself, man. My brain goes faster than my mouth. Just give me a sec. Oh, God. Sometimes I feel like really crazy. But, okay, yeah. So you're only scattering d6 inches, right? And the shooter's ballistic skill is removed from that. So in general, like, he's a BS4. As long as you've got line of sight, you've got his ballistic skill on there, right? So you've got a 1d6. You have ballistics 4 subtracting from that 1d6. All right? So whatever you roll, it's that minus his BS. So 1, 2, 3, or 4 are as good as direct hits. All right? Because they are automatically discounted by his ballistic skill. Okay? You get to 5 and 6, right? There's not much you can do to mitigate them, except this Phosphex cannon has crawling death, which lets you adjust by 2 inches. 2 inches. All right? So you take that second disc, that last 2 inches, you just negate it. Literally, the way this army is set up with weapons that fire templates, which I think are like barrage and ordnance and blast, things like that. I don't know. But which this uses a template. This is a 3-inch blast template. Okay, with those, you literally will never scatter as long as you have guys downfield. You do not scatter. Every shot is a direct hit. Okay, so no, this is not the tank army. This is the artillery army. All right, like when you're reading in the books about them just pounding and leveling the front lines of a place just to crack it open so people can move in. Like it goes on a lot in Gaunt's Ghost. It's standard Imperial Guard tactic, right? Oh my God. So like that's this army. That's what it does. That's what it's good at. And getting back to that, like all of that to explain back to this, back to the Phosphex. Okay, so we had a lingering death, crawling fire, poison 3+, so always wounds on a 3+. Any wound roll of a 3 or up, always wounds. Okay, blast 3-inch, ordnance 1. Ordnance, I don't think that's really going to make a difference. I'd have to look at it again. I think that has to do with rolling penetration rolls, I think. But anyway, none of that is important. I mean, what it does there is going to play into the whole thing, but it's really not important. So now I'm going to stop reading right to left, and I'm going to read left to right. Okay, this is the Archytas Morbus Bombard. Bear in mind, they want you to buy 3 of these tanks. If you buy 3 of these tanks, you will be the holy terror of the battlefield for Iron Warriors. Okay? So, range is 24 inches on this thing. You got 2-foot range, and it's ordnance so it can fire indirect. Or is that... Yeah, it's ordnance so it can fire indirect. Alright? So, you got a 2-foot range, ordnance fire indirect. You have to move your troops up. You have to push up the field with these super extremely deadly Terminators that I'm going to talk about here in a minute too, because those things are bananas, bro. They are bananas. All right, so anyway, 24 inches, Ordnance 1. If you've got your heavy Terminators upfield, which they also want you to buy several of those, okay, I would probably say, like, if I had unlimited money, I would want 4 units of those. 4 units of 5, not 4 units of 10. Although you could do 4 units of 10 if you just wanted to be like, hello, I am the world's biggest asshole. Also, can we play 10,000 points? But they would do it so well, all right? Because these these teams are amazing. But anyway, so back to the stat line. I know, I'm sorry, I've put it off for a long time. We talk about the Phosphex shell. Okay, range 24, strength 5, AP is 2. AP is 2. This is a weapon that literally can explode your vehicles too. Okay, and it hits everything under it at AP2 and a strength of 5. So you're already wounding on a 3 up. But that doesn't even matter because it's poison 3 plus. Like, no matter how that gets adjusted, this thing auto wounds on a poison 3 plus. 3 plus. So your AP2, no armor save. You're down to your invuln, 5 ups. This will auto wound you on a 3 plus. So like 60 to 61% of the time. All right. So that's just dead people. And now that's the one that's on the Arcator Morbus Bombard, right? Okay. That's that one. So that's the one they want you to buy, right? That's what I'm getting at. The $360 investment. Well, 360 pound investment. No, it might be dollar. I don't remember if I was looking in pounds or dollars. It's $360, I think. Is just AP2 death for anything under it. I mean, it even with the ordnance re-rolls. No, not re-rolls pins. Is it re-rolls pins? No, it's rolls 2 and picks the highest for pins. Now, let's talk about the more reasonable ones. So, here's another big expensive model. Big expensive model. Phosphex Discharger. Only carried by the Leviathan Dreadnought. Only. Now that I have said that, let me check it. Because it might, actually, now that I think about it, be on a Contemptor. Because Contemptors are pretty dope, man. Karen, Dreadclaw. Oh my god, this book is so big. Okay. Elites. That's fast attack. Troops. Oh my god. This is the world's biggest fucking book. Okay. Contemptor Dreadnoughts, Gravis, Bolt, Melta, Auto, Plasma, Conversion Beam, Dual Culverin, Kara's Assault Cannon, Las Cannon, blah 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 blah. No Phosphex Discharger. Okay, so yes, literally only carried by the Leviathan Dreadnought. This model is $120 just for the torso and the legs. Like, you ain't getting no arms with that. You got to buy them arms. So I'm not going to kid you, man. Them arms are big. Like, I mean, like, I wish my camera worked. Let me go get one of them. Okay. Okay. So I'm not saying this justifies the price, because the price is insane. But, like, I've got the Gravflux Bombard. I've got 2 of them. I guess I'll just tell you. I've got 2 of them on this 3D printed Is this the 3D printed one? Yeah, this is a 3D printed one. This 3D printed Leviathan. Alright, so they're sitting there, and this thing is not 3D printed, it is an orc. And the gun is about, like, almost twice as big as the orc. Just the gun. That's just the arm. These things are huge. There we go. We are getting ready to fire. Okay, so anyway. Point being, you've got the Forge World one, which is much easier to assemble and has like a huge amount of freedom of modeling, like the way it puts together. And that is $120 just for the torso. The guns are like $60 a pop, I think. But GW, kind souls that they are, put out an 80-piece plastic Leviathan. So, yes, we know the Leviathan is expensive, but how about this? It's still really expensive. But, you know, the other one is more expensive. So $80, and it's basically like a mini super heavy. This thing is insane. My God. Man, y'all got the real stuff in Horus Heresy. That's like like drug equivalent. It's like street fentanyl. You call me up. You're like, hey, you want to get high? I'm like, I don't know, man. But if you want to chill, we can come over. And cool, okay. Come over, and you're like, hey, man, you want to smoke some crack? Like, what? No. Anyway. Yeah, that is amazing. And it's huge. And the quality of this print is really excellent. It's not perfect, but it is excellent. And it is a pain in the butt to put together, just like the Forge World kit, because it is the Forge World kit 3D printed. I don't know. So they want you to buy that, and they want you to buy these guns. So we'll get back to it. Like, so we'll go to his Phosphex Discharger, 18 inches, Strength 5, AP 2. Still AP 2. It's the same thing, except instead of being Ordnance, it is Heavy 1, Barrage, Blast 3 inches, Poison 3+, Crawling Fire, Lingering Death. So, like, expanding upon the idea earlier of the, you never scatter if you do this way. Like, the way recommended by the rules, like, as implied. Because that whole chapter was about do this. Anyway. So same thing, right? You got your 3-inch blast. It doesn't scatter. You can literally target it. You just move it 2 inches in any direction as long as you get more guys. Like, the goal is to burn more guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to be weird here. This is literally my own podcast. Is it cool to be weird here? I don't know. It's Crawling Fire, Lingering Death. Anyway, it's literally the same thing except 3-inch instead of 5-inch. And it is heavy versus ordnance. But the thing you're firing it off of is relentless, so it doesn't matter. This thing is just so huge. It's just walking around like, it's like, hello, I am a proto-knight. I am what was like pre-knight. I am ancient from the dark age of technology. This is like in the lore, literally, man. Like, this is okay. Like, you know how 30K is ancient for 40K, right? Like, you're in 40K and you look back at 30K and it's like, wow, that happened so long ago. And you're in 30K and you're like, wow, that's 10,000 years from now. Like, you're playing in a chronology on either side of a chronology. It's not even separate games. It's, I mean, it is like this is 7th edition 2.0, like, and it is good. Like, holy crap, they worked on this. But anyway, so like the main message that I'm getting out of this book, and this is something that you have to keep in mind, like if you have like a mortgage or something, right? Okay, so it's still $80. You want two of them, and you do. If you're, I mean, if you're gonna be the asshole, you might as well like go all the way ham with the asshole, and don't apologize. Like, people, and I've done it, right? Like, I can't act like I'm innocent, but people that like show up with completely bullshit armies, and you're just like, ah, oh, fuck. And you're like, yeah, man, that's just what I had to play. And I'm like, oh, and you just get wiped. Like, if you showed up looking for a conventional fight, that's not what this was. You were like sudden striked. You're just like sitting in your yard in a chair, and someone just ran up and rocked you in the jaw. Anyway, so those are those two, right? Those are the AP2 ones. Then you got your traditional Phosphex. AP is 12 to 24. That's out of the Rapier, which is the cheapest entry point. It's baby Phosphex. Strength 4, AP3, Heavy 1, Barrage, Blast, Poison 3 plus, Crawling Fire, Lingering Death. So that right there is the Phosphex you are used to. However, it is important to note that should you run up against somebody who just has like a ton of money, this crap's going to be all over the board, and it's going to be AP2. Okay? Ooh, that'll ruin your day. No, I'm not changing networks. Oh, God. Cellular internet, multiple places in the house, multiple failovers and failsafes. I live in the middle of nowhere, and there was no internet out here. All right, anyway. So anyway, that's Phosphex, right? Phosphex is dope. And getting back to the original point, talking about the Iron Warriors, which we've gone on a journey here. It's okay, though. We followed the rabbit hole all the way through to where we found the way back out. So back to them, all right? Now, starting out, I was looking at this Legion Predator Armored Spearhead. And I want to do it. But I need at least one more Predator if I'm going to do it. And I don't know. It doesn't even really play into this. Like, almost nothing that it has can be adjusted by these rules. So this is not part of this. This is Tank Assault Army. Okay, so this is like your Iron Fists, I guess. But that's not what this Rite of War with the Iron Warriors is. So that is artillery all the way. So rolling through. Oh, here's my notes about what I need to do to not get in trouble when my period of time is over. All right. 1 time Spartan, 1 time Contemptor. Yeah, I still have those to build. I have a Contemptor and I have a Spartan. And I have Osira next to it with a question mark because I'm like, am I going to play Thousand Suns? I always play Thousand Suns. It's like the only thing I play. All right, let's see. Refractory Terminator, Tyrant Rocket Launcher. Okay, let's talk about this. I went through the Tyrant Rocket Launcher and all of his rules, which let's actually just see if this works, because that is in here. I gotta log back in. Okay, so let's go here. So we're going to select all from units where name equal... I'm going to do it this way. This feels more comfortable. Crap. What was I going to call up? Oh, no. My ancient brain. Dadgummit, what were we talking about? Oh, tyrants. Tyrant. What is its name? Crap. I don't know the name of it. How did I study it this hard and I don't know the name of it? You should all be very disappointed in me. Iron Warriors. Here we go. Advanced reaction. Tyrant of the Apocalypse. I haven't even read those warlord traits, but if they're anything like the rest of these, they are insane. Here's your Rabo, Iron Circle. Oh, here we go. Tyrant Siege Terminator Squad. So let's see if this works. Siege Terminator Squad. I spent my entire afternoon building this database and fine-tuning it and building it and fine-tuning it, and it's not going to work like I want it to because I got sidetracked. I got into the cool parts of the book, and it just got me like thinking about all the stuff I'd read. This is such a good series. If you haven't read the books, you need to read the books. I would recommend starting with False Gods and then Horus Rising. Or is it Horus Rising and then False Gods? Whichever one is the first one, start with the first one, then read the second one. Now, from there, it's off to the races. Like, you can literally approach this series anywhere in the series. Every book is written in such a way that it continues the timeline, sort of. I mean, like, it does. It's continuing the timeline, but it is its own entity. Like, you can approach this book directly, and it's engaging as its own entity. And I like that. And there's some really talented writers over there. I mean, I like Gav Thorpe, Aaron Dembski-Bowden. Everyone's going to say Dan Abnett, but yeah, Dan Abnett, okay? Like, that's like people being like, I think that's Stephen King. I think he might write a really good scary book. And everyone else is like, oh, you fucking think? He's like 72 years old. He's like the queen, man. Like the queen passed. There's always just, that was the queen. There was the queen. She was always over there being the queen. You hear about her sometimes and be like, hey, goofy queen. You're so precious. And then she's just like, hey. You're like, look at that sweet old lady. I don't know. Anyway. Man, that went down the rabbit hole. I'm letting out all of the like diversionary conversation that I can't make in meetings because we have to be productive. So I have to make sure I contribute meaningfully to the conversation so that I am not, I mean, like, I want to, These people are into this stuff. They will talk about it. Okay? We've done it. Like, in times when the workload was not extreme, we've done it. Alright, select all from units, where name. Okay, so really all this has been is me wanting to put off clicking this button. Hey, he came up. Yes. Okay. So this is his stuff, right? And now this, as I was talking about, a database is really useful. We've gotten back from that. But the reason we went on that conversation is because this is about Horus Heresy. So one of the biggest pains in the butt I had was like back and forth between the two books. Referencing here, referencing here, referencing here, referencing here. You're like studying for an exam. So I was like, no. We are going to make this less complicated. All right, so here we are. For those of you, no, I think it's fine. All right, so this is our Tyrant Siege Terminator Squad. Its first special rule is Legiones Astartes, Iron Warriors. All right. So they actually took the time to print that in everybody's special rules, and every unit special rules are like, any unit that has the Legiones Astartes, this rule, right, gets this bonus. But it's like, okay, I'm playing them. Couldn't we just make like a blanket statement? But hey, I like it. It's elegant. It's like we're just like taking the mystery out of it. Yes, they have the rule. There's no debate. It is literally right there. Right? Anyway, so Relentless. Now, I do not 100% know if this works the way that it did in 1.0, but we're going to take a look. So I've got 2 of the books. I don't have a third. Now, this was why I should not have started this part. I was talking about I was working on it, and I kind of like jumped like 3 steps forward in the process, and I'm like doing work that I hadn't even decided that I was going to do, because I don't own this book, right? I'm making this as a backup for me. Like, this is also potentially going to be the back end of a UI that I put together. Man, this podcast is all over the place. It's supposed to be a video podcast. It's literally just been me talking at my computer. Okay, so anyway, Tyrant Seas Terminator Squad, Legiones Astartes Iron Warriors, Relentless, Bulky 2, so 2 models, so that tells you Terminator. Firing Protocols 2, which, if I remember correctly, that means they can fire 2 weapons. They can make full shooting attacks with 2 weapons. Like, these are artillery pieces. This is like a heavy weapons platform. Just okay. Inexorable, which Inexorable works like what was the rule? Inexorable works like Stubborn, except whereas Stubborn is like a blanket statement, you just do not take penalties to leadership. Inexorable, instead, you do take penalties from corrupted type, so if you're fighting word bearers, they can mess with you. Okay? Anathema, I think is what it was called. Yeah, Anathema, which is a psychic discipline for another legion. Or, what was the third one? Crap. Anathema, corrupted. Man, the word just will not come to me. Okay, let's find out. Anathema, corrupted, inexorable. All right, we got this here. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm back in this other book, and I've had this book in this section so much that it just fell open to this section. Inexorable. Also, the special rules section is not completely alphabetical. Rending, shred, sniper. Okay, so we're going to look in the back. Because this book has, if you haven't seen it, an index. Okay, D, E, F, G, H, I. Insane death, not in here. Inexorable. Is that in this book? See, there's special rules in both books. Oh my god. Man, I got so much stuff around me. Alright. Like, this really is like studying for an exam. Okay? Like, straight up. Crap. These freaking encyclopedias. Alright. Lords of War Appendices. Tardy Special Rules. 116. Which, by the way, the cardstock of these books is insane. Like, I say cardstock. You normally talk about paper stock in these books, right? Paper stock. No. This is like almost card. Like, holy crap. Just come on and feel it. That is insane. This is like a tome. It's a good book. I'm saying, like, aesthetically. It's a good book. Bitter Duty, Breaching, Brutal, Containment Breach, Heat Blast, Inexorable. A unit that contains only models with the special rules, ignores modifiers to leadership when making a morale check or pinning test, except those caused by the Fear X special rule or the Corrupted and Anathema subtypes. If a unit has both the Fearless and Inexorable special rules, it uses the rules for Fearless instead of Inexorable. Okay, so it is Fear. Okay, yeah, Fear, Corrupted, and Anathema. Those are subtypes. Okay, so that's what that change also. The structure from the previous edition has changed. I actually need to go in here and change this at the end. Type. Like, it meant that back then, but I think it was interchangeable. But here, they're like hard keywords. Okay? They're making sure there are hard keywords. Here is a reference point. Okay, so type. The type needs to be changed to... what was it? Role. Battlefield role. That's what it is. So we're going to go do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so... no, let's undo that. Let's keep that straight. Okay, select all from units where... No, we're not selecting. Okay, we're going to be updating. So let's look here. Update units. I don't know. I think I ran this, but we will use it because the basic code structure is still valid. Okay, so update unit set S2 equals all Legion Centurion special rules, where S2 equals Legiones Astartes word bearers. Okay. So what were we wanting to do? We want to change the type. Set type equal all Centurion special rules, where type equal Legiones Astartes word bearers. Now this is throwing an error. Okay, there we go. Legiones Astartes word bearers. Okay, so we've adjusted this one. Let's separate these two because I might get rid of this one. Unit set type equal all Centurion special rules where type equal Legiones Astartes word bearers. So what we need to do is change this. So type is going to become... Oh my god, there's so much stuff going on. Type, battlefield role. Okay, set type equal role where type equal role where type equal the current value is type. No. Set type equal role. No, that's not right. Okay, no, we're going all the way down the wrong path here. Okay. Update units set type equal role where type equal no. We are trying to change the name of a column, and I've done that before. And I have a record of it, but I think at some point I started not keeping track of what I was doing. Update unit set type equal HQ. Where name equal Cataphracti Centurion update unit set type equal HQ. Okay, where name equal Legion Praetor or Cataphracti Praetor or... Okay, what was this? I don't think this worked. Yeah, no, it didn't. No, it did. If I put it in here, it worked. Okay, so this is the creation. Insert into values. No, you know, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this programmatically. As impressive as that would be, we're not going to do this programmatically. No, I don't want to keep those changes. That's the whole wrong way to go. Okay, so what we're going to do, type. Okay, this needs to change. Name, type, role. Save type, varchar 128. I got fed up with that. Okay, like I started at 20, then immediately went to 24, then went to like 36, and then I just went to 128. It's like, fuck, I don't know. Like sometimes they write names for things that are just like 40 characters. Okay, so however much needs to be there, I'll just put that there. And because of that, I'm actually going to have to go back and normalize some of the data. Because early on, I was adjusting names to fit within. Okay, so you got Legion Praetor, Cataphracti Praetor, but you notice that the word Legion is missing. Just Cataphracti Praetor. You know what that is. That's the point. Legion Praetor, Cataphracti Praetor. You know what that is. Tartaros Praetor, Legion Centurion. Now this is your basic Legion Centurion unit. Like this thing here was actually like a whole other rabbit hole. I think I did okay with it as is. Anyway, Legion Centurions will come back to. Cataphracti Centurion. Notice, Legion is missing again. Tartaros Centurion. Legion is missing again. Legion Command Squad. Cataphracti Command Squad. Num 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 num. All right, we're opening. It's not Terminal Emulator. What is it called? I use DOS prompt. Sorry, I'm always in Git. I'm always in Git Bash, like all the time. But we do use command for running like NS lookups and stuff like that. So anyway, Cataphracti Command Squad. That was a long name. But that was during a character limit. I think at that point I was at 24 characters. So I had to fit everything in 24 characters. So I think it came out all right. But like I would really like later on when I realized this is when I got fed up. Like you'll notice these are in here in order they're added. But this is when I got fed up. You start seeing, nope, nope, I'm still doing pretty good. Tactical support quad, oh, okay, we're only showing 25. 250. There aren't that many. There are only 128. But, alright. Champion, Pathfinder, Herald, Forge Lord, Primus Medicaid, Siegebreaker. Okay. I don't even remember what we're in here for. Crap. I think I need to go to bed. It's like 12:44 in the morning. Margal Dreadnought. It will not die. I mean, what the hell was I even looking for? I changed the value I needed to, right? But we didn't do it programmatically. I think I was just checking to see if it went through. Okay, console. You want? No. Don't enable. Do not enable Skype. Skype breaks this thing. Okay, select from at units. Select from at units. History. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. Oh no, did I close it? Oh no! Oh well. I guess we're starting over. Okay. So I made the change I needed to make. Anyway, so I mean, we can talk about this if you want. You know, we'll talk about the structure. Okay, so the first thing I did is this is being built in a relational database. It is not yet a relational database, but it will be possibly. Like I'd have to do it just because like I wanted to do it, you know. Yeah, I'd have to like undertake it because that would be like that's work. That's real work, right? Like that's I could sue the labor board for making me do it for free. Anyway, so we start with a name. I'm going to use that as a key. We can pass that name between tables if we end up needing multiple tables, which there are some plans. I don't know, like if I can partner with GW or at least get their blessing, like whatever they want to do with it, I could try, you know, just see if they're interested. But I can write this into a thing, right? Like I have the tools to make this an app, and I have already made an app. Let me see. I don't know if I ever showed anybody this. Oh, I can't close that box. Kayla. We gotta be careful. Try not to get like banned on YouTube because I am not gonna have the mental energy to edit this. Crap. Edge. Okay. Scheisse. No, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Blue stacks, blue stacks, blue stacks. Oh, I'm a professional. Okay, blue stacks. Okay, I gotta do this before it gets like taken off of the store. You can totally do this with bots though. I have not done that, but you can totally do this with bots. You just program a macro to do this. You can time it down to the moment. All right. Realm of the Dice Gods. And there it is. Boop, boop, boop. I have like 4 downloads. And I think a couple of them might be me. I know Joel still has it on his phone. I was looking at finishing this. I don't know what that is. It's really annoying. Yeah, my page is jacked up. Or maybe my BlueStacks is jacked up. Whatever. I can't download it. Well, there's the game. I think I have the executable, actually. Hold on. Yeah, we're closing that. I don't know what's happening there, but I think I have the executable. Let's go to Drive. Yeah, it's Drive. It's in Drive. There's my cousin. Man, that was like a little kid. Oh, come on, man. Alright, here we go. What was that? Was that one of the times I like tried to slice my finger off building models? Madison. Jesus. That is me being mauled in the middle of the night by one of the dogs. Okay. This is the day I ruined everything. I didn't turn on... I did a test, but I didn't stop the test, and I thought I had. It was an epic and insane video. I was eating fucking peppers, man. Ah, well, whatever. What were we doing? Executable. Shared 105.exe. Download. And yes, it's safe for me to download this because this is my file. I made this file. I 100% know what's in it. Yeah, we're downloading it. It's literally mine. I made it. I trust it. Keep. Keep anyway. I made it! Shut up, Microsoft! It's mine. I made it. More info. Run anyway. No one's gonna run that. Man, Microsoft hates that. Oh, nerd face. Oh, no, I forgot about that. Encounter level and encounter level +1 indicate the encounter level of the monster you come across, meaning generate a monster of your party's encounter level or your party's encounter level +1. If your party is level 3, then your party's EL is 3, so an EL +1 encounter would be a monster of EL 4, whether a randomly generated monster or a monster of the dominant type for the dungeon itself, as selected at the beginning of the game. Monster tables by location and encounter level / challenge rating can be found on page 302 to 309 of the Dungeon Master's Guide, Appendix B, Monster Lists. So here, book reference. Look in your book. Here's where to look in your book. Okay. Up, down, mute, unmute sound. Down, mute sound. Up, unmute sound. Use spacebar to enter or exit full screen. Okay, so we're back here. I mean, this is the whole thing. A lot of work went into this, and it's super, super simple. So we got credits, code and programming, Michael Cheatham. Music by Cactus Bear. Yes, this came out of one of my Humble Bundle packs. GUI by Rexstar's Wooden UI. App based on an original concept by Gary Blathens. So this was Jeff's idea. He called me up one day and asked me, hey, would you be able to make this? Okay. In order to utilize this app, You will need copies of the core books for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Due to the nature of random generation, you may occasionally end up with rooms that don't make sense. 10-foot passage, throne rooms, etc. If that happens, just re-roll. Happy Dungeoneering, Mike. Okay, so this was very much a work in progress. This is what I was working on before I started programming college. Alright, and this was on the Play Store. Now it's being weird. Probably because I haven't updated in a while. Alright, so anyway, click skull to generate. We got our little help text here too. Passage, 10 foot wide, 4-way intersection. The air is clear and damp. Trophy room or museum. The air smells stale and stagnant as if nothing has moved here in a long time. There's a weaving loom strung with wool. The stool in front of it rests on its side. There is a monster, pet, or allied creature, encounter level +1, guarding treasure. Now, this is something that ended up being a happy accident, actually. There is a monster, pet, or allied creature, encounter level +1, guarding treasure. Now, when I wrote this, my intention was, if you look in the Dungeon Master's Guide, classes of monsters have like families, right? There are families within classes of monsters. So you got pet or allied creature. That is a pet or an allied creature to the enemy. So this is meant to be a monster encounter. Alright? Super low level monster encounter. But it's encounter level +1. So it is a lesser order of creatures. It's like a kobold, but it's like 10 kobolds, right? Like, it's enough to be a real fight. Not like a fight that will kill you, but one that will kill you if you don't take it seriously. Guarding treasure. So there's loot in this room, and there's a monster. It's like it's a tough, right? Like it's E Honda in Punch Out, you know, like the toughest of the low levels. Anyway, so we can return, which takes us back to the menu. Click skull to generate. Square, 40 by 40 foot, doors on 3 walls. The air is clear and damp. Latrine or bath, you're in the bathroom. There's an acrid smell. That sounds right. There is a stone altar with religious tools scattered across it, and a dried blood stain. The room is empty. Just welcome to the spooky, bloody bathroom. Pick a way to go. Square, 40 by 40 foot, doors on 3 walls. The air is clear and damp. Kennel for pets or guard beasts. A heavy sulfurous reek permeates the area. There is a wooden stand with a book on top. The book is a magical grimoire. The room is empty. So you're just passing through these empty halls. Passage, 10 foot wide, T intersection. The air is clear and damp. Guard room for the defense of the lair. A heavy sulfurous reek permeates the area. There is a richly appointed couch embroidered with gold thread. There is a monster, pet or allied creature, encounter level. It's a slightly less powerful creature. Okay? Circle, 40-foot diameter, 1 passage in each cardinal direction. Well in the middle of the room. The air is clear and damp. Pen or prison where the captives are held. The scent of smoke from ancient fires clings to the area. There is a plain wooden chair. You have encountered a wandering merchant. Standard, non-magical gear. Okay? He sells anything in the player's handbook that is not magical. So you can gear up, right? Like your first merchant, you hit him, and you've been fighting, right? 3 or 4 monsters you've been fighting. So, you know, you hit this guy, and you just start boom, 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 boom. All right, he's got everything. All right, we just loading up, bro. Right? Especially if you got a party, like you're all fighting this thing. You're fighting it. I have not put bosses in. Actually, I might have put bosses in. I don't think I did yet. But that was one of the features that was coming, was bosses. So you encountered a wandering merchant, standard non-magical gear. So you rack up, you load up. All right, you're geared up for a fight. These are also long rest rooms. Okay, I think I forgot to put that somewhere in here, but you can long rest here. You can long rest in any empty room. You can long rest at a merchant. I do not care how long you do it. You can literally sit there until you recover all your stuff. Okay, because it turns out this thing is hard. All right, so, but passage, 10 foot wide, 4-way intersection. The air is clear and damp. Training and exercise room. You're like level 1, maybe level 2. The air is tense and electric, as if invisible arcs of power are passing through. There is a 40-gallon wooden cask propped against one wall. There is a monster, pet or allied creature, encounter level. Okay, so Enemy's getting kind of weak. Okay. Square, 40 by 40 foot, doors on 3 walls. The air is clear and damp. Kennel for pets or guard beasts. There is a cloying scent of ammonia filling the air. There is a stone mantle fireplace and a pile of cordwood. The fire is burning. There is a monster. Dominant dungeon type. Encounter level +1 with treasure. Alright. So there's a monster here. And it's a big one. Okay, it's not one of these pets. This is dominant dungeon type. So this is referencing whenever you play in the Dungeon Master's Guide, you're supposed to pick a dungeon type, like a monster type for that dungeon. So you have a progression to move through. There's multiple tables. Okay, so this is one of them. You have picked, say this is a kobold dungeon. We've already fought kobolds a couple of times. So kobold dungeon. So these are like, I mean, that's a swarm enemy. The only way to do a swarm enemy is just a ton of them, right? So they're like challenge rating 1/4. We're level, if you want to say 2, we can say 2. You'll be really well equipped to do this if you're level 2 at this point. But, let's see. So kobold's challenge rating 1/4. You are level 2. So that's 8 of them if it's going to be encounter level. But this is encounter level +1. So it's actually going to be 12 of them. So it's 12 kobolds. Alright? Now bear in mind, typically, at least the tests that we've run, that was one person. You are your own party. Okay? This whole time, there's one character. Okay? So it's one character, 12 kobolds. And you have no magical gear, but you have just braced for a fight. You know, you literally were like, I should get everything I could get. And you've got gold, man. Like, you've been hitting the treasure hoard. Okay? But still, this is a big fight. You're going to get through it, and you're going to win. Like, 90% odds you're going to win. But it's going to be a fight, and you're going to come out hurting. Okay, so next room. Square, 20 by 20 foot, door on 2 walls, passage on 3rd wall, secret door on 4th wall. The air is clear and damp. Chapel, where the layers inhabitants worship. The air is salty and humid. Condensation covers everything. There is a statue of a hero in full plate. The head is missing. There is an obstacle. There is a cave-in. Okay, so you're in this square room, 20 foot by 20 foot, door on 2 walls, passage on 3rd wall, secret door on 4th wall. So you got a cave in. Okay, so you're going to assume you're just going to go around it. Passage, if you can. If not, you're just going to go whatever direction it dictates. Like, you're making this up as you go. If you're going to roleplay it, that's what you got to do, is think about it that way. But passage, 10 foot wide, 4-way intersection. The air is clear and damp. Training and exercise room. There is a dank, moldy stench. There is a wicker hamper. There's a wicker hamper resting on its side on the floor. It is empty. You have encountered a wandering merchant. Standard non-magical gear. Hey, it's another merchant. I just made a few bucks. Let's see if there's anything else we missed. But that, there we go. Passage, 10 foot wide, 4-way intersection. The air is clear and damp. Pen or prison where the captives are held. There is a dank, moldy stench. There is a richly appointed couch embroidered with gold thread. There is a hazard. There is a shrieker in the room. Okay. At this point, we get to the reference where my house burned down and all of the original source code and documents I was using for this are gone. Like, everything's gone. I was able to recover a version of the source code out of this same folder. I think I have it in there. But so basically getting to, like, I don't know what Shrieker is. But yeah. Let's hit it again. Okay, so like I'm getting tired. Alright, so passage, 10 foot wide, 4-way intersection. The air is clear but cold. Pen or prison where the captives are held. There's a coppery taste to the air and a smell of ozone. There's a painting of a severe-looking woman in rich clothing. The room is empty. Oh, look. Free treasure. Passage, 10 foot wide, 4-way intersection. The air is clear and damp. Armory stocked with weapons and armor. The scent of smoke from ancient fires clings to the area. There is an enormous golden tub set into the center of the room. It is filled with filthy black water. The room is empty except for an encounter-level treasure hoard. Bah. Okay, so I guess this is the demo. This is version 1.0.3. This is release. This is release version. Yeah, this is a release version. This is what went to the Play Store. It's not there anymore. I have to fix that. I have to go in and update all of its Android stuff. Anyway, exit. Yeah, exit full screen, and we will close it. Okay, so that is the app that I wrote. Back to whatever else we were doing. Okay, so we're back in our database because every time I go to my computer, it's a journey. Okay, what else do we need to do here? Okay, I guess we're gonna get to the boring part. Y'all are just gonna be watching me insert. Y'all are just gonna be watching me insert entries. Okay, down at the bottom. Corferon, word bearers. We're at word bearers. Is this the rule book? No, this is the good book. This is a fun book. This is the awesome book. The other book's okay. It tells you how to play the game, but this is the one that makes you go, oh my god, if that means what I think it means. Oh my god. Okay, Alpha Legion. Is that where we were at? Was Corferon the last character? Corferon. Okay. Alpha Legion. So here we go. We need to enter the Saboteur. Where's the Saboteur? Here we go. Saboteur. This is a special consulate. So I have a pattern for this. All Centurion special rules. Okay, let me grab that. All Centurion special rules. Notepad. Bop, bop. All Centurion special rules. So we need that. And I think that's all we need. No, we want... Well, we don't have that yet. We're going to grab any Legion Astartes. And we're going to change it. So we'll go here. There we go. Legiones Astartes, word bearers. So then we're going to come back and insert. That's what we're doing. Okay, and this is the Saboteur. Is that right? Yep. Okay, Saboteur. Okay, so we need our first phrase. All Centurion special rules. Now, I had to go back and actually run a query to fix this. That needs to be S2. And Legiones Astartes word bearers needs to be S1 word bearers. So this is going to be Saboteur Alpha Legion. Okay. Alpha Legion. Alright, so this is over. Saboteur, Legiones Astartes, Alpha Legion, all Centurion special rules. Okay, from here we can just move forward, actually, if they have any special rules. Okay, this guy, ooh, this guy gets good. Infiltrate. Oh, where is it? He gets a lot of stuff. Scout. Oh. Scout. False. Colors. Yep, that's it. Okay, and he gains a new subtype, which I have to include in here. That was one of the things I was talking about earlier. Okay, so is it sub? I think it's subtype because I did it the way I would do it, not the way they do it. Okay, subtype gains skirmish. Okay, I think that's how I did it. Then we're going to come down here to what used to be type and now is role, and he is an HQ. Okay, now, next one. We can move on to a more traditional one. Alfarius. This is one of the fun ones. These are one of the ones that, like, made me change that in the first place. So S1. So we've got our... Wait, do I still have it? Yes. No, I didn't fix it. Oh, well, I might have to go back and fix it. Alpha... No, I remember. I got it. Alpha Legion. Okay. S2. Master of the Legion. Adamantium will. Adamantium will. 3+. Oh, he don't like psychers. Team Will 3+. Crusader, I don't yet know what that does. I'm thinking it might have to do with movement. Insidious Mastermind. Everywhere and nowhere. Okay. So the next one, everywhere and nowhere. I actually kind of want to look at those rules. What is Insidious Mastermind? At the start of any turn in which Alfarius' controlling player is the active player and Alfarius is on the battlefield, including when embarked on a model with the transport subtype or building, the controlling player may grant one of the listed special rules to all models in the army. With the Legiones Astartes Alpha Legion special rule, including Alfarius, that do not also have the vehicle unit type. So, let's see, all models in the army that are not vehicle types until the start of the controlling player's next turn as the active player. Oh, it just gives them special rules. Okay. All models in the army, all infantry models in the army. Oh my god. Okay, fleet 2, preferred enemy everything, or sudden strike 1. Holy crap. That is the world's fastest army. Wow, they're just going to jump right up in your face and kill you. Okay, I like that. Damn. Okay, and everywhere and nowhere. At the start of the battle, before any models are deployed, Alfarius may be given any one of the following special rules. Infiltrate, Scout, or Deep Strike. Alfarius controlling player may select up to 3 friendly units composed entirely of models with the Legiones Astartes Alpha Legion special rule to receive the same special rule granted to Alfarius by everywhere and nowhere. Wait, 3 friendly units composed 3 friendly units? So this dude can just switch tactics on the fly. He can just give himself and 3 friendly units. And those can be vehicles or infantry. 3 friendly units composed entirely of models with Legiones Astartes Alpha Legion special rule to receive the same special rule granted to Alfarius by everywhere and nowhere. So you just make like a unit that is a Primarch and three groups of infantry, 3 squads of infantry. So like a company. A company of infantry. And they just sneak on the board somewhere, or can move after deployment, or just deep strike in wherever you want them. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're not doing that right now. We're doing programming. Sorry. We got sidetracked. See, I'm still learning this game. This is insane. Okay, so anyway, we got him. Alfarius. Where are we at? Everywhere and nowhere. Warlord. Okay, I hate this now, and I need to fix it. Warlord, Sire of the Alpha Legion. For some reason, I made this an SOP. Like, this was just my standard procedure for this. For some reason, I did Warlord because I didn't think it was really a special rule. It's just a power that Warlords had, so I wanted to differentiate it. But now it's just staring at me. Every time I read it, it's like, Warlord! I'm like, oh, God. Okay, so that's him. No other special rules. Like, we're not including any stats or anything. This is just being able to cross-reference special rules. And I may include page numbers and references to the books they're in. That's another thing I'm thinking about for these. Okay, so he gets his own type. So we've got him, and we've got the Saboteur. Okay, and that's our page this time. So, boop. I find it best to add these 2 at a time. It cuts down on mistakes. So this is our query we just ran. Okay, and like, straight up, it is good to have this. Okay, so we're going to grab that and just hold onto it. Oh my god, it's so long. Yeah, it's just, that's how I structured it. Okay, so we will go back to insert. I think I have unsaved changes. Great. I did a stupid. Hold on a second. Alfarius Saboteur. No, they win. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, insert. Okay, next on the list, Lernian Terminator Squad. Lernian Terminator Squad. Lernian. Lernian Terminator Squad. Alright. 250 points. Jesus. Okay. What you got there? Okay, we got our... Nope, not that. Ah, shit. Nope. Wait, is that right? That's backwards. Nope, that's right. Oh no, I've been doing it backwards for a few of them. Crap. Okay, Legiones Astartes. I have to go fix that. Alpha Legion. Okay, Legiones Astartes, Alpha Legion. Alright, so we don't ever have to do that again because that's like a lot of chances for typos. Alright, here we go. Relentless. Bulky 2. It will, not die. Will not die. 5+. Must keep convention. Look, even SQL knows we need to keep convention. Alright. Stubborn. Hydran exemplars. Like, this is what I do. Okay, and that's everything they have. And they are Battlefield Role Elite, which I also need to go back and fix. Because it is elites, not elite. Okay, Headhunter Kill Team. Oh. Headhunter Kill Team. S1, the one we know about. There we go. Relentless. That's literally that is just such like a class move. There's no debate on that. Well, do they have the Legion Astartes rules? What specific rules have the Legion Astartes rules? Every Legion. Okay, anyway, here we go. Relentless, and then precision shots 4+. Shots 4+. Wow. Preferred enemy. Oh no. Oh. Preferred enemy. Independent characters. Oop. Independent characters. Infiltrate. Scout. Dedicated transport. Support. Yep, I think that's it. Okay, and this is a fast attack. Fast attack. And go. And we will keep this for the record. Oh no, what did I do? I doubled it. Okay, there we go. Copy. And to here, I'm going to have to copy this into WordPad. This is why I use... Oh my god, I have to function to do that. There we go. Insert into units. Next query. This is why I use WordPad. Everyone hates WordPad, but I use WordPad because of text wrap, right? Look. Copy. Bada boom, it looks sane. Look at that. That's why I use WordPad. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and make this dev notes 2. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's keep keeping track. All right, back over here. Okay. Insert. Crap. Did I do the headhunter? I think I did did I do the headhunter? I think I did. Yeah, preferred enemy independent character. I did the headhunter. Headhunter kill team. Yeah. Okay. So next page. All right. Exodus. Exodus. First one. No, I did it again. Legiones Astartes. Alpha Legion. Right, dude. Okay. See, this is why this is a joyous, because I'm also learning about it while I'm doing it. Independent character. Independent character. Yay! Like this to me, this just means shenanigans. I can do silly things. Okay, relentless. All right. Pathfinder. Move through cover. That one could be cool. That's fast move armies. That's infiltrate armies getting in and doing damage from behind. With really for real long range snipers. The Hidden Land. Lone Killer. Shrouded. Five plus. Assassin's Eye. Stop killing the snakes. They're not poisonous. Just leave them alone. Ice will go away. Hidden Hand. Is that everything? Yes. Okay, here we go. HQ. Next record. Sorry, I got lost in reading. Armellus Dynat. That's a name right there. Okay, did I fix it? I didn't fix it. Okay, Legiones, Astartes, Alpha Legion. Master of the Legion. Independent character. We don't have to be enemies to that. Precision strikes 4 plus. Weapon Master. Warlord. God, I hate that convention. The Harrowing. Oh, crap. Okay. Warlord the Harrowing. Okay, we're done there. HQ. Alright. Go! Boobity boobity boop. That looks right. Warlord the Harrowing. Yeah, that looks right. That's right. Alright, let's keep going. Oops, that's it. We just finished the book. Hey, hey, hey. Now we get to start over. Okay, so the table is technically finished. This is a catalog of the special rules associated with every single unit in the Liber Hereticus. So, this is really useful for me because I know how to use it. But most people do not know how to use this, and you can't be faulted for that because learning how to use this requires you to go a little bit insane. So, SQL. So we're gonna pull some information from it. So select all from units where name. No, let's not do name. Let's see if I got this right. Actually, we'll make this productive. Subtype Psyker. Now I think there should be 2 or 3 of these. Go. No. Okay, you have an error. Psyker limit. What did I do? What did I do? Where subtype equal Psyker. Nope. Unknown column sub in where clause. Subtype equals Psyker? Okay, let's go look at the units and see what Psyker it is. I know there's one early on that has a subtype. No, pilot machine, assault vehicle, crushing weight, void shields, transport bay, scout. Okay, I know one of them has a subtype. Well, look, we can go all the way to the bottom. I know that there's some Thousand Sun Psyker subtypes. Retreater, he doesn't have that rule. It's just assumed, I guess. Arch Sorcerer. But Relentless, Bulky, what? Why is my computer dying? It's plugged in. Does that plug not work? Oh no, it's being pushed out. Damn it. I'm a stupid. Alright, I fixed it. Alright, here we go. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, then I must have notated it in the Centurion Esoterist. Psyker Anathema. Okay, so I just put it as a special rule there. And just put Psyker there. Oh, so I just classed it as an S. Okay. I know I used subtype on one of them. On multiple of them in here. I know I actually started using subtype. Shots infiltrate. In word bearers, they have some conversions to the corrupted subtype. Given that rampage, shot our cursed pathfinder move through cover. Where did I put the corrupt? Subtype corrupted. Here we go. Subtype. Okay. And this is where the structure breaks down a bit. I think that's S3. S1, S2, that's S3. Let's get back to the top. Yep, S3. Okay. So the structure has some flaws, but I'm not fixing them. I'm just going to learn how to use them. Okay, select all from units where S3 equals subtype. That's what we'll do. There we go. Let's do this. Nothing. Okay, so I read something wrong. No, I used equal, not contain. Okay, that's my fault. That's my fault. Equal subtype. Psyker. Subtype corrupted. Let's do that. Subtype corrupted. And this is name S1, S2, S3. Subtype corrupted. So where, go ahead and get that in there. S3 equal subtype corrupted. Go. Okay. Diabolus, Legion as Astartes, word bearers, all centurions. But see, that's where the breakdown's at. I'm gonna have to do some logical gymnastics around that. Like I can do it, but it's gonna take some doing. Okay, so subtype is in there, but it might occur randomly. So I need a way to check every column of the database at once. So I have an existing query for this that can be used. No, this is just adding. What about here? Nope, this is just adding. Where is that query? Just checking documents. Back to here. Is that it? Okay, no, 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 not insult to where. Yeah, oh, here we go. Nope, that's an update. Damn. Dang it. I don't know where I put that query. Okay. Guess we'll build it from scratch. Okay, I mean, that's part of it. It is a video podcast, so attempt to rebuild script from scratch. Notated here, double star. No idea how I did it before. But I know I did it. So the theory is I can do it again. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to pull a where. So we'll pull a where here. We're going to adapt this statement. Okay, so here. But we're not updating. We are selecting. Select SQL, select all from units where. Auto paste and crap. All right, there we go. All right, here, or I'm gonna just like have a defective brain. That's possible too. Okay. So we're gonna select units. Okay, we're gonna pop this here. We'll get rid of mine. Select all from units where here about S1. I can't believe I'm having to do this again. S1 equal Legionis Astartes word bearers. S1 equal all Centurion special rules. Where S1 equal Legion. Okay. All from units where S1 equals. No, that ain't what I want. I want to check it. Huh. So I have to cycle through all of them and check it. Okay. Let's see. It's where S1 equals. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to check every line. Okay, I need a script that I can just plug this into. If I'm looking for independent characters, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Okay, if S1 equals independent character. Now, you can use the knowledge you have about the database to not have to deal with that because you know that independent character is not going to be the #1 rule. It might be the #2 rule, but the #1 rule is always Legionis Astartes X. So S2 equals independent character. So select all from units where S2 equals independent character. Boop. No. So we're trying to pull. Where S2 equals independent character. I think I used or. S3 equals independent character or. Copy this. Function and S4 equals independent character or S5 equals independent character. Or S6 or S7 or F8 or S8 or 8, S9, S6, S7, S8, S39 equals independent character, or we got 2 more to go. S10, S11 equals independent character. This may explode everything, but we are going to see. Okay. Oh, everything is broken. Okay, unrecognized near character. Independent character, independent character. Oh. Y'all were all probably looking at that and going, man, Mike's stupid. You're so stupid, Mike. Why are you so stupid? Alright, now let's try it. Nope. Okay, unknown column S311 in where clause? So where S311. Another typo. Go. We did it! Yay! So these are all of our independent characters and all of their associated special rules. And Warlord traits in the case of stupid. I need to get those out of there. I don't know why. I just feel like that's too far. That's a bridge too far. Because those are great. Okay, Warlord traits are awesome. You need to give them a read. Okay, so anyway, these are all of our independent characters in this book, Liber Hereticus. There are 22 of them. I'm sorry, 23 of them. Are there 23 of them? Oh yeah, this is row 0. Okay, so there are 23 total. Alright, cool. The only thing left to do now is to start on the other table, which I don't think I can start on at 1:34 in the morning after having done this for almost 12 hours. So, anyway, this is going to be the end of the whole thing. I'm sorry if it was scattered. I'm just kind of like a stream of consciousness type of guy. Thank you for tuning in if you listened. Catch you later.